Expand your vocabulary with our core 2,000 words ebook. It's free and packed with essential expressions that you'll use on a daily basis. Start building your vocabulary today. Click the link in the description below to download your free Korean ebook before it's gone.
가족과 더욱 많은 시간 보내기. Spend more time with family. 가족과 더 많은 시간 보내기. Spend more time with family. I think for Korean parents especially, this should be the most popular resolution. It's because Korean people, we overwork a lot. I have many friends who work from 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. almost every weekday. So for them, it's not easy to spend time with family. 한국 사람들에게 인기가 많은 소원은 가족과 함께 시간 보내기입니다. The popular resolution among Korean people is spend more time with family. 건강한 식습관 가지기. Eat healthy. I want to eat healthy, not having any hamburger or too spicy food. But I don't think it's easy in Korea because we eat as a group, not alone. So if you want to eat healthy, you have to make the group eat healthy. So I'm not sure if I can make it, but if I have to pick one of my New Year's resolution, I'll say 건강한 식습관 가지기, eat healthy. 많은 사람들이 건강한 식습관 가지기를 새해 목표로 삼지만 이루지 못합니다. Many people make eating healthy as their New Year's resolution, but they fail. 규칙적으로 운동하기, exercise regularly. This was my last year's resolution, which I made. I went to the gym around 3 times a week regularly, like Saturdays, Mondays, and Wednesdays. So at the gym, I usually do something like 달리기, running, and 윗몸 일으키기, sit-up, and sometimes, not often, do some push-ups, 팔굽혀펴기, push-ups. In a sentence, you can say 1월에는 많은 사람들이 규칙적으로 운동하기 위해서 체육관에 등록합니다. On January, many people enroll into the gym to exercise regularly. 금연하기, quit smoking. 금연하기, quit smoking. It's because in Korea since 2015, you are no longer allowed to smoke inside any of the buildings. So even at the restaurant, even at the office, you are not allowed to. So if you want to smoke, you have to go outside, which will be very 불편한, inconvenient. I don't smoke, so this never has been one of my New Year's resolutions. In a sentence, you can say, 그 사람은 금연에 성공할 수 있었습니다, which means that he was able to quit smoking. 다독하기, read more. In a easier Korean, you can also say 책을 많이 읽기, reading a lot of books. This might be one of my New Year's resolution, I think. 다독하기, read more. In a sentence, you can say 올해 소원은 다독하기이기 때문에 서점에 갔습니다. I went to the bookstore because my resolution was to read more. 새로운 거 배우기, learning something new. Here we have the word you should know, which means 배우기, learning. You can say that in a sentence something like 한국어 배우기, learning Korean. I like it because it's not specific, because it can be anything through the year. Like if there's something that I want to learn more, then I can just do that. That also means that I make my resolution. In a sentence, I can say 새로운 거 배우기가 소원이라면 무엇을 배우고 싶으세요? What do you want to learn if your New Year's resolution is learning something new? 소비 절약하기, save money. 소비 절약하기, save money. It literally means saving the spend. 소비 means spending money and 절약 means saving. Actually, that was not my resolution last year, but I made it. I'm kind of a big fan of the new devices. So when something new like iPhone, iPad, laptops introduced, I was the one being in the line. I bought some, but not as many as I did in 2 years ago. I could see the result in my banknote. In a sentence, you can say 새로운 물건을 덜 사서 소비 절약하기를 이룰 수 있었습니다. Which means I was able to save money by buying less things. 절주하기, drink less. 절주하기, drink less. 절주하기 was one of my keys to make my New Year's resolution, 절약하기, which was saving money. So I can say 소비 절약하기로 절주하기를 이루어냈습니다, which means that I was able to save money by drinking less. 체중 감량하기, lose weight. 체중 감량하기, lose weight. Yeah, that has been my every year's New Year's resolution, but I haven't made it at all. In a sentence, we can say 새해 목표가 체중 감량하기이기 때문에 김치찌개를 그만 먹기 시작했습니다. Which means that I stopped eating kimchi soup because my New Year's resolution was to lose weight. koreanclass101.com으로 한국어 공부하기. Studying Korean with koreanclass101.com. koreanclass101.com으로 한국어 공부하기. Studying Korean with koreanclass101.com. So stop by koreanclass101.com if you want to study Korean more in this new year. koreanclass101.com으로 한국어 공부하기를 여러분의 새해 목표로 추천합니다. I recommend studying Korean with koreanclass101.com as your New Year's resolution. 노래를 듣고 가사를 외웁니다. I listen to songs and memorize the lyrics. Here we have the word meaning lyrics, which is 가사 in Korean. I think there are a huge number of Korean pop song fans, and for them I think this is the first one that they've started when they studied Korean. 단어 읽기, 쓰기, 말하기를 여러 번 반복합니다. I use repetition, reading, writing, and speaking words over and over again. 단어 읽기, 쓰기, 말하기를 여러 번 반복합니다. I use repetition, reading, writing, and speaking words over and over again. I think doing something again and again is a very good way to memorize something, especially for languages. 사고 과정이 자연스러워지도록 한국어로 생각하려고 노력합니다. I try to think in Korean so it becomes natural to my thought process. 사고 과정이 자연스러워지도록 한국어로 생각하려고 합니다. I try to think in Korean so it becomes natural to my thought process. So just making sentences in the way of having subject, object, verb, not like subject, verb, object in English. I think you can get used to that kind of structure of thinking so that you can speed up your language learning. 새로운 단어를 이야기, 게임이나 영화와 연관 짓습니다. I associate new words with stories, games, or movies. 새로운 단어를 이야기, 게임이나 영화와 연관 짓습니다. I associate new words with stories, games, and movies. When I was in elementary school, there was one movie that I really liked, which is the movie called The Net. I like the story, I like everything about the movie, so I was watching it again and again at home. 실제로 들을 수 있도록 단어를 큰 소리로 말합니다. I say words out loud so that I can actually hear them. 실제로 들을 수 있도록 단어를 큰 소리로 말합니다. I say words out loud so that I can actually hear them. So learning language is kind of combination of different abilities. So I think it's important to say the words out loud when you study them. 원어민과 가능한 한 자주 말합니다. I speak as often as possible with native speakers. 원어민과 가능한 자주 말합니다. I speak as often as possible with native speakers. If you're in Korea, I think it's very easy to meet native speakers. It's because Korean people love to meet someone from outside Korea. 일상생활에서 그 언어를 사용하려고 노력합니다. I try to use the language routinely in the context of daily life. 일상생활에서 그 언어를 사용하려고 노력합니다. I try to use the language routinely in the context of daily life. In Korea, many people are saying that like if you want to master language, you have to get married a native speaker of that language because you can just use it almost every day. But not everyone can do that. So what I tried was to expose myself to the language as much as possible and repeat it. So for example, I try to listen the news in Japanese or news in English as much as I can do that on the subway, on the bus. 종종 어린 아이들을 위한 TV나 유튜브 동영상을 감상합니다. I often watch TV or YouTube videos that are designed for young children. 종종 어린아이들을 위한 TV나 유튜브 동영상을 감상합니다. I often watch TV or YouTube videos that are designed for young children. And in Korea, there's one very popular animation which is called Pororo. Different types of animals as main characters. And I believe you can find a clip of the animation on YouTube too, or if you're in South Korea, you can easily, watch the program on TV. That program is for kids, but actually the stories are very interesting. 비록 상대방이 이해하지 못하더라도 가족이나 애완견과 대화를 하며 매일 꾸준히 연습합니다. I'm persistent in practicing every day by talking to my family or my dogs, even though they don't understand me. So no matter if your family doesn't understand the language that you're studying, I think you can just use just a little bit of that. And if they hear it again and again, they'll get used to what you mean, like saying 사랑해, I love you, or 다녀오세요, please have a safe trip. 술자리를 가지세요, have a casual drink. Especially in South Korea, I think that's the most efficient way to, have a daily conversation with Korean people, having some drinks. So just make some casual gathering with drinks, or with coffee is okay too, and just practice your Korean with native speakers. No matter how bad your Korean is or how many mistakes you make, you go through that, and later, you can improve your Korean. 행복한, happy. 행복한, happy. So, you can be happy with this word for anything. You can say 행복한 날, meaning happy day, or 행복한 사람, happy person. So you can say 저는 행복한 사람입니다 to mean I'm a happy person. 사랑, love. 사랑, love. So 사랑 is the noun for love. So using this word, you can say 사랑은 나를 행복하게 만듭니다. Love makes me happy. 아름다운, beautiful. 아름다운 meaning beautiful. So first of all, like beautiful can be used only for women. So you can say something like 아름다운 여성, like beautiful woman, when you talk about someone very beautiful. For me, when I say good food, like it's not only about the taste, it's also something about how beautiful it is, how well it is decorated. So in that case, I can say 아름다운 음식은 나를 행복하게 만듭니다, which literally means the beautiful food makes me happy, or something like the food that looks beautiful makes me happy. 웃기는, funny. 웃기는, funny. Whenever I'm depressed, I usually watch sitcom. So in this case, I can say 웃기는 시트콤은 저를 행복하게 만듭니다. Funny sitcoms make me happy. 프란체스카, which is a sitcom about vampire who comes to South Korea, which was very popular in South Korea, and I loved that. In the sitcom, the good thing that I remember was that actually vampires and aliens were very good, much better than human beings. 좋아하다, like. 좋아하다, like. I think everyone has something that they like and that makes them happy. For me, as I keep talking, it's about food, 음식, but for some people, it'll be about songs and actors, like actresses. In that case, you can say something like 내가 좋아하는 노래를 들으면 행복해집니다. When I listen to the song that I like, I became happy. So actually in Korea, 좋아하다 can mean both to like and to love. So you can figure out what is the meaning of the verb based on the context. Your Korean boyfriend or girlfriend might say that 난 널 좋아해, meaning I like you, but it actually means something like I love you. 친절한, kind. 친절한, kind. Actually, that's one thing that makes me happy, whenever I see someone 친절한, kind, because someone, spend their time and spend their effort for me personally. So that makes me so happy. So in a sentence, you can say, 오늘 아침에 친절한 사람을 만나서 정말 행복해졌습니다. This morning I met a kind person, so I became happy. 침착한, calm. 침착한, calm. In a sentence, I can say, 우리 상사는 정말 침착합니다. My superior is very calm. So, in a meeting, I'll be talking a lot. My superior will be just listening to that and just say something, just one or two sentences that makes everyone happy. 기대하는, hopeful. 기대하는, hopeful. Recently, there was a survey saying 20s are the happiest group of all age groups. So after the graduation, when you're at a college or high school, I think there are a lot of things that you want to do, like 기대하는, hope for, saying 기대하는 직업, hopeful job, 기대하는 미래, hopeful future. And in 20s, you can make it happen. 대단한, great. 대단한, great. I think working with a lot of great people is the one way making me happy. And now too, like I'm working with a lot of great people in my company. So in this case, I can say something like 대단한 사람들과 일을 하고 있어서 매우 행복합니다. I'm so happy because I'm working with a lot of great people. 웃다, to laugh. 웃다, to laugh. This is the verb meaning to laugh, and you can find it in a noun, something like 웃음, like laughing. For example, 그 사람은 웃음이 참 많습니다. Meaning he's laughing a lot. That's kind of the action that can make you happy too, or indicate that you're happy. So, for example, you can say, 그 사람은 행복한 것 같아. 매일매일 웃고 있으니까. Meaning, it seems he's happy because he's laughing every day. Okay, that's all 10 happy words. I hope you use this kind of words more often so that you can be more happy. Please make sure to subscribe and I'll see you next time. 다음 시간에 뵙겠습니다. 안녕히 계세요.